Good day and salutations. I hope that didn't get cut. Welcome back to another episode of Togetherwerole.
I'm pretty sure you messed that up. You're not supposed to say, I hope that didn't get cut.
You don't? Did you see what I did?
Yeah.
Never mind.
But did you? Rewind now.
We'll wait. Okay.
It got cut. You won't never see it.
Brand Mill, RPG Elements, and JD Arts. Thank you for being awesome. Everyone go check them out on their social medias. Give them some love. They are amazing and they are nerdy as hell.
All this freaking stuff you see below us here, our character art, is all because of them. Their gift to us. Thank you.
And you want to know where you got the where we got the sequel?
Your blue double
That was the last episode.
We'll beat up a guy.
And go check out our original video, well, our header video, whatever, where we got the Sable. Give him some love too. He does some awesome work. I mean, he made a Sable. I never once regretted it, and I never hit my pinky toe on the Sable once before.
You didn't bang her?
No,
don't hit your pinky toe. That's not fun. That is not fun.
So there's a plus there. Huh?
All right. So hey.
Okay. Apart from that, let's unless I'm forgetting anything, let's get on to the episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Push the button, Max.
See you in a moment.
Push the button, Max. You know, we should actually start recording some of the stuff we say during the emission.
No.
Posting that as like stuff on Patreon or something.
Really should know.
Nathan,
Put that on the OnlyFriends site. With the link, right next to
You're
the
not
link to
building an
David's feed.
OnlyFans. OnlyFriends.
Only friends.
That's so close to OnlyFans. We're not doing that.
Right next to the pictures of your feet.
last time we left our
Anyways.
Oh my god. Last time we left you assholes.
Oh shit, we've left our asshole.
The Sliver Menagerie got out of their resting chambers. Two of you have developed a shadow point, whatever that means, with various mutations. Being in the Shadowfell and allowing it to persuade you in a way. You planned, you negotiated, Nyquist found out some disturbing things with various details missing, even more present than she originally thought. The hunt for unlocking Nyquist's memories is still on the board, and you are currently entering the first chamber of the back door that will lead you to the Vault of Memories. Upon opening this first door that was filled to the brim, dark interior.
That would 100% nope.
Dark interior. To the point that even with your dark vision, the various shadows, corners, and clumping darkness seems to seep inward, to the point that even fights against natural dark vision. Some in midair, some on the floor, many on the cabinets, strewed about. You find small little, about this size, porcelain, wooden, cloth dolls.
Oh, hell no.
Puppets, stringed humanoids. Some in very good health. Most of them decrepit, injured. Many of them missing an eye or both. The door door was promptly closed, followed by everyone saying we need Vedek.
You don't know why, but there's a bag on X's back that is snoring.
The sugar crash.
Vedek, wake the fuck up, Vedek. God damn it.
Put me back.
Pour some coffee in. Just dip his tail in the coffee until he wakes up.
That's not his tail.
Right. And then there's a wet spot in the bottom of the bag.
As long as it gets absorbed.
All right. I'm up.
There's some very
Magic.
unsavory magical things going on in the next room.
We're the Fae. Most of it's magic, anyways.
How bad could it possibly?
So after the third fire finishes going on,
Nicholas?
I'm gonna maybe.
If he's in there, he ain't happy. Nicholas? What in the hells?
Can you check which ones are magic so
No,
we know which
no.
one's
It's not
sticky?
the hells. What in the Fae?
even if they're not magic.
Eyes, yes. All right. Detect magic.
There's a lot of magic in there.
Most of them.
Got it. Scorched Earth.
Do we have to go this way?
I'm gonna laugh when it's literally like just some doll maker's like workshop, and he makes them magical so they like dance and sing. There's no actual evil at foot. We're still gonna scorch Earth. Just put this guy out of business. His children will starve because of us. But fuck those dolls, man. Fuck those
No,
dolls.
don't fuck those dolls.
Not that kind of doll.
Gonna be honest, if he's making those, he deserves it.
Okay, fine.
Make a perception check.
Do we?
Or an investigation
There's
check.
got to be
I like the
another way.
investigation roll.
We can't go through this. We have to go this way, don't we?
There's only one direction. The rooms change
20.
eventually, but we do not know when it will change.
20.
20. Of the various schools of magic that you see before you, many of them dolls. You see various other bits of items as you see the rows upon rows. It's not just a single, cubed room. It's a room that goes forward, goes to the right, and you can see that it goes left a little bit more and continues, but you don't see like any additional doors apart from that. So it's not just a uniform room. It's a room that changes. Cabinets, wardrobes, and shelving filled to the brim with various dolls, limbs, eyes. And as you're looking over, you see what looks to be a doll holding a small dagger that seems to glow as well. As you see one of the eyes
Kill it.
missing the other socket, of course.
So this is a den of evil. It's a den of fallacious.
I may or may not have just put a claymore on your chest. Don't worry. Bad side that way.
It says enemies to front.
Face towards enemy.
And I'm standing facing you.
When in doubt, the claymore is facing towards you.
Yep. Still looking at me. So
Just gonna open the door.
It got like 8 pints of oil.
Why do you keep opening the door? And I'm closing the
Are
door.
they going to come out?
no, they're gonna wait for us to go in.
Exactly. Leave the door open.
I've only got 8 pints of oil.
Wait a minute. I have a great idea.
Doubtful.
The
Check the
only
traps.
one who is not freaking out right now, Nicholas. What the fuck's going on?
Evil dolls. I don't understand what do you think I know?
Okay.
Well, it's evil and dark, so we just think, well, Nicholas.
Do they think? Can you do that?
I'm gonna take this moment to put on my.
Oh, yeah.
Detect thought.
If you make
Do
eye
they
contact
think?
with them, don't you learn their
Detecting
language?
thoughts,
If
you
I
do
make
not
eye
detect
contact,
any intelligent life, as far as you can tell.
Oh, shit, that's half of her party, too.
So nothing. Yeah. So
Wow.
if it does think, it's not smart enough to register off of detect thoughts.
They're less sentient than Ek, so.
Burn it!
Wow.
But then I met a cave
Wait,
moss.
question.
Something more sentient than that.
If we were to completely torch this entirety of the dollhouse, would that be good or bad for our reputation?
It would likely draw attention and result in secondary fights.
So it wouldn't be a good idea to torch the dollhouse.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
Wait, we're thinking about this the wrong way. So, obviously, this door is meant to be a ward of some kind, which means that there has to be a way to get through it. Otherwise, this door wouldn't be.
Is there like there's a specific path that you're supposed to take?
Yeah,
We're taking essentially the storage route.
Can I check for traps?
There does not
to see
have
if,
to
like,
be a
there's
way
some...
through.
I don't ever actually do this. Can I check to see if there's like a trap that will like make these things activate?
do you want to detect traps?
Yeah.
Certainly, make an investigation check.
I am
That
looking.
You're
means
not-
you would have
you're
to
not
go into the
entering the room,
fucking
right?
room.
Hold on, you're not entering the room, right?
No.
Okay, so yeah, you're just looking around to see if there's any like magical wards or
Yeah.
wires or anything that would cause something
One
to
sec.
happen.
No.
Make an
I wasn't
investigation
gonna
check.
see. It was a 16.
16?
It wasn't great.
Looking around and your sixth sense with these dolls, even with your heightened senses, just scream no. You don't see anything in particular that would be like, there's ward in the, foot of the actual archway or any strings. Now, each doll is attached. Well, a lot of the dolls that are hanging and stuff like that.
Marionettes?
What?
Like marionettes?
Like marionettes, yeah, very much so. There's a lot of puppeted dolls that are currently just dangling in various different positions.
Do I know of anything that a court member could do to prevent things from fucking with them?
Strings to help me kill, to make me
Make
stab.
a Arcana check.
Chilled. Also, another question. Hang on. Does this sound like
17.
Nothing in specifics. There's a lot of magic, even for you that has lived here, especially in the Shadowfell and just Fae in general. Magic is a lot of I will something to happen and it happens kind of situation, especially for Faes of charismatic nature, especially you.
just throwing?
If something means you harm in this room, and you don't have permission to go through it, so to say, something might happen.
Just throwing this out there. One of the people we were supposed to pay attention to was a jack of strings.
Was going to be my next. Does this seem like Jack of Strings stuff? What with marionettes?
A little bit, yeah.
Do I know anything about him? Alignments?
Make a history check.
Alliances? Etc.?
Very well done.
Better reroll
More
that.
XP for you.
Very
That
well
is
done.
a 26 because of the plus
26. And now that you have that and you're running it back, you're like, oh wait, yeah, we did run into something like that.
I bet one of them named Jack in there.
Yeah. You don't know much in terms of his political movements. He's definitely a behind the scenes, even though,
He's a puppet master?
He's a puppet master.
Thank you.
Yes. So he himself is not very, here I am. He allows others to be the spotlight of the show, so to speak.
We all have tethers.
But funny enough, you do know that he runs a storefront. Specifically known as the Witch's Figures.
Witches figures?
Yes, Witch's Figures.
Witch's fingers was already taken.
And with that 26 very hard DC,
And the witch's tits is the brothel next door.
you start looking at the dolls, and you're noticing 1, 2, 3, 7 are holding various different items. Booms, necklaces, boots. With various writing at the base of them.
For my personal knowledge, because Nicholas would know this, do they trade in gold and platinum here?
Yes,
Okay.
but it's not the only way of
Sure.
bargaining.
Cool. I'm gonna stride in with authority.
And within a few moments, as you step in, turning the corner at the far entrance, there's this big, headless, long-nosed, pointy red hat doll head that would go onto another figurine, but it's much bigger, of almost like a large category-based creature, about 3 foot in diameter that's currently sitting at a corner with its jaw unhinged, one eye, and you hear, "Greetings and welcome to the Witch Fingers. I'm currently away at the moment due to smashing pixie shots at the lovely hindig held at the Singers of Strength. Shop at your efforts, pay what you think. If it's not enough, I'll pay you." And the voice gets a little high. "Yay, let's party! Let's get jiggy!" Oh.
Okay.
20% off on Mondays.
It's literally a face shop.
Okay, idiots. You three.
Yeah, you three.
What? Yes.
You.
Yes.
You-
Come along, idiot. Come along. Yeah, you come along.
At this point, I'm like literally going to like physically grab the three of you. I mean, like mage hand this one, hands on both of you two.
Hey.
Picture there's a mage and just holding him by the scruff of the. And he's had this happen so many times. He's just like,
Pay what it's worth. Pay more than you think it's worth.
or maybe just don't take anything. Let's just keep going.
Have you met him? Have you met him?
Fair point.
Click, click.
If you underpay, I will personally kill you.
That's what his those arrows always hurt like that.
I will personally kill you.
Get in line. All right. Let's take a look. Let's go, gentlemen.
Before I forget, I'm
And now
going to
they
award
start.
both of you 200 XP for remembering and keeping good news about the.
Oh.
For
Gentlemen,
What?
let's go shopping.
He's like doing this, but his feet aren't on the ground.
Well, that's why the mage hand sets him down. It's like a skidding sound. And then
Now, mind you, the creep factor is still there.
Yeah.
But now that you're like, oh, it's a shop. It's just a creepy gothic.
Now it's just like being in my house.
Yeah.
Now it's, FAO Schwarzkopf. It's just a toy store full of murder.
It really is. Yeah. Remind me, I'm having trouble of the Jack of Strings. There we go.
Well.
Right.
What
So
was the shopkeep here?
you do not see any shopkeep. As you turn around the corner, this room is pretty much like an L shape, roughly, as it does have a round corner, filled to the brim with various knickknacks, dolls, lots of dolls. But all the dolls, or at least most of them, are holding on to items. Various trinkets, spoons, items, weaponry. And there's writing underneath them and something. But as soon as you get closer and start reading it, then those that do not recognize Sylvan, which actually you.
I'm the
Sorry.
only one.
It actually
There's some weird writing here.
it changes, shifts, and
Why don't they use
to
pictures? I mean, everybody understands pictures.
it goes to pictures.
It does?
problem is
Yeah.
the front of the baby food jar has a picture of a baby on it.
No, it actually
why it
shifts
didn't
over
sell
to
in Africa.
Aquin.
Look at that.
And I shall start reading off of what is available.
I thought of it and it did it.
Well, unless you were looking for something specific.
I was going to actually roll deception to convince him that the store's closed so we can't buy anything, so he would just keep walking.
Roll a deception.
Oh,
You-
At disadvantage because the
you're gonna say
shopkeep
it?
just,
Yeah.
declared.
even at
Even at
disadvantage.
disadvantage, I'm fucked.
I know, but it's.
I'm not going to do it. If he wants to have his moment of getting us all stabbed.
So, there's a pair of silver ear cuffs encrusted with tiny amethysts.
I don't have ears. Move on.
There's a lock of white hair trapped in amber.
I don't have hair. Move on.
A pair of silver ear cuffs.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes.
Can we identify before we buy?
Do you have alcohol?
I do.
That
I would
have
very much like a drink right now.
that has steel
Just a
pointy
flask of
bits
whiskey.
that seem to,
And I'm
when it
just
goes behind the ears,
downing
goes
it.
into
like,
the actual sides of the
like
skull.
I owe you booze.
Does anyone want any really painful ear cuffs?
No.
You already
I will
hurt my
get them for
ears
you.
with your
Well, my
voice.
ears already hurt.
A quartz crystal, round around with a single thread of starlight.
That's pretty.
A gray velvet purse.
Liquis.
Now, I can start translating what they are because they do say it on the...
Yeah. We
Okay,
need
so
to.
I'll
I'm
start
like,
at the top.
I'm
So-
reading.
We
Yeah.
might need to come out of character. a
Yeah,
little
so
bit here.
sorry. There's a pair of silver ear cuffs with amethyst. Is a helmet of telepathy.
Oh, I'm useful.
A locket, a lock of white hair trapped in amber is actually amulet of proof against detection in location.
It actually says this underneath.
Yes, it will.
And I can
well,
write.
it
Those of us-
describes what it does, but in terms of like.
Does that
the
require attunement?
And
I
Yes.
look it up.
Damn it. That is like my least favorite thing about 5th edition.
And then there's the ear cuffs that point into the skull
it's so
that are painful.
crapshoot.
That is a helm. Oh, sorry. I had helm of telepathy twice. No, this is a helm of brilliance. So the amethyst is the helm. The amethyst is the helm of brilliance.
Doesn't that also give you like +6 to charisma? Or I guess in. Yeah.
You can look it up, and you can
Can't
decide.
okay if I look it up?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Hello, Brilliance.
That was my minor problem there. And then the ones that point into the ear that are painful is the telepathy one. Okay, and then a quartz crystal wound around with a single thread of starlight is a gem of brightness.
what does that do?
A gray velvet purse, bag of trinkets, gray Shadowfell variants.
Of what, huh?
A gray velvet purse is a bag of tricks, gray Shadowfell variants.
Dibs.
We could.
Mine are going to eat yours.
But
Or worse, like meld and attach and.
For Voltron?
There's a foot-long light blue candle with golden decoration. It is a candle of invocation. Black dragon
Saw your
scale
eyebrow
on a satin core. Necklace of adaptation. A white apple.
Is that the breathing one?
that can.
Yeah,
you
it's,
can
okay.
It's just,
change.
this is like fey creation.
Sure,
of
sure. I'm
magical
just making
items.
sure because I
Yeah.
was pretty sure I had one of those.
Yes.
This is better.
Now it's official shopping time.
Hey, for once it was on time.
Yes. Okay. There is a white apple that has a bite out of it, almost like a cartoon, with a golden inlay. This is a potion of greater healing.
Interesting.
There's a green leather hood that is surprisingly it hurts the eyes to look at. Whatever is like the
Oh
background.
god. Even Liberace looks and goes, honey, turn it down.
Yeah. It's a
hell?
cloak of displacement.
Everyone wants that one.
Is everyone having bowel movements right now? Because I'm hearing a lot of grunting. Are you
There's
alright?
a cluster of red berries with something. Sometimes they wink at you.
The berries weak.
Yes, the berries, and then when you're looking at them, one of them opens thunk,
Also requires attunement.
and then closes. Is a gem of seeing.
I don't.
Gem of Seeing?
Yes, it gives you true sight.
Oh,
This one particularly goes over and replaces your eye.
Ooh.
that I just have 4 of them. That might be a good thing for me.
Replaces
A raw
the
sil-
right-
row silver. Oh, a raw sliver. He kept reading it silver. No, sliver. Of a golden dragon's heart that will never spoil. Potion of flying. A choker made of cold iron with spears that go into the neck with tiny bits of rock salt at the tips of them.
Just
Ow.
like-
Dimensional shackles.
That's what I feel like I'm wearing right now.
A small wooden box labeled Iki's Beastery, like a jack-in-a-box. This is a deck of illusions. Along with various weaponries and daggers that are able to harm better than others.
I have a modified deck of many things that I have always left here,
Yes.
and I don't actually have the item. I have it for weeks.
Right, I forgot to actually make the match.
I'm so glad I don't know that you have those.
You need to text me the stuff that I'm missing.
I figured I've not even bothered to. I think about it every time. It's like there's no point at which I would have used that.
You're too confident in your abilities.
No, I'm just terrified of what might happen if I
That's
use
true,
it.
yeah.
Then one of these days I'm gonna look over and X and be playing solitaire with him. Just deal out everyone.
So, I will not tell you the price. There is no price to these.
yeah.
But
How much is a
shop at your own risk.
How much is a gem of true sight?
There is no price to these, but shop at your own risk.
It literally declared shop at your own risk.
I'm
Pay
not
what you
buying anything.
believe,
Fine.
and if it's not
There
enough,
are like 4
I
different
will
things on
find
there
you.
I would absolutely take, but they all require attunement. It's like
The gem of true, the item of true
Overpay.
sight. The item of true sight is really,
maybe
really
we'll get
tempting.
the helm of brilliance.
Oh boy.
The item of true sight. Oh my god, that's really.
this would have
really
been
tempting.
awesome if you just opened up the door, fireball, fireball, and then found out, oh, it's a shit. We just bought everything.
Yes.
Like, all of the stuff is gone, but the dolls are fine.
Well,
That is the one mechanic. I understand why they did it, but it is the one mechanic I don't like about 5th edition. That you get 3 attuned magic items, and then it's just a crapshoot as to what requires attunement and what doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the berries of True Sight are not attunement, but it does replace one of your eyes.
I'll give up.
I will definitely for
Look.
that.
You're
I don't know how.
I get to stab it out.
I'm okay with this.
Really?
Yeah.
No, the other one. I do it like so. I can do
person.
the eye
What?
of true
Person
sight.
who knows about
No,
books.
it's not
What?
without. I don't have an open attunement
Well,
slot. I can do that by losing an eye.
The bag of
No, it's
tricks.
not a
penalties.
actual. Okay, so the gem of True Sight, I believe it's like what?
what do you think?
30 feet?
1,000
Let me pull it back up.
Way more than that.
There's slight
Think it costs you
variations to
more?
it.
Gem of
4,000?
Seeing. 3 charges. As an action, you can speak the gem's command word and expend 1 charge. For the next 10 minutes, you have true sight out to 120
Okay,
feet.
so
20. Wow.
yeah, this
Deck
one
of
would be.
illusions, right?
It has 3 charges.
No.
You don't require attunement, but
Bag
it's
of
only
tricks.
10 feet.
With a bag of tricks?
For an eye?
Yeah.
Can I see
For an-
normally the rest
4 to
of the
5.
time?
Yes. Well, based off the explanation that is presented to you to the Silverology, you can understand.
I don't even know how
Yes,
much money
you
I
would, you
have.
would replace your eyes, and you would have berries that occasionally blinked. 3 buried eyes in that one eye, and when you activate it, all 3 of them open up, and that's when True Sight actives.
Oh, that's a very weird eye.
I'm gonna mess with some people. Yeah, I'll go for it. I mean, I wonder, does like giving the actual eye count as part of
He
this?
said he was going for it.
Number 1, God, that was my shoot.
Did you actually do that?
I paused right in front of his eyeball. By the way, it's not a dagger. It's one of my claws.
Oh yeah.
It's one of my claws.
And by the way, your claws got upgraded to D6s. That's what the
He's trying to get
so
him back for that punching glove. The boxing glove arrow.
Cloak and displacement.
No,
What's that
this is
do?
just being for an
Gives you a
Gives everyone
mischance.
disadvantage to hit you.
Oh.
All the damn time.
until you, and if you get hit,
Until you get hit, and then for that round it doesn't work
Yeah.
anymore. But it's like
That round.
it's still a really good item.
No, the cloak of displacement or the ear. What is an earring? You said it was.
And the final one.
No, it was a cloak that was difficult to look at.
Oh, okay.
It's an actual cloak.
Yeah, can I give up a finger for that one and not have to do this? Guys!
No, this one is a hood.
Oh, okay.
So it's actually an article of clothing.
Yeah.
There is one other item, and it's bigger than is harder than you first realized. Is a
Nothing on my head. I like
clothing
two
rack?
items.
No, a wardrobe, an entire wardrobe.
Is it the thing where you can shove magic creatures in it?
In a
I only
way,
have 2 items.
it is described as
Layman's
Lehman's tiny
Never mind, I have
hut.
it to my slot.
Oh.
I have it to my
No,
slot.
not tiny hut.
Layman setting up, but it's a closet, so you gotta be.
No. Sorry. It's a
I have one or two in
magnificent
slot.
mansion.
Okay, but it's a wardrobe?
It's
do.
a wardrobe. So wherever you take the wardrobe, you have a mansion inside of it.
Fucking dragon.
Put it in the extra dimensional, so you can't put it in a bag of holding. You just gotta tote the fucking.
I got this.
And I'm talking about full blown, bigger than that.
Yeah.
Big as that, basically.
Yeah, like Gateway to Narnia, full on.
Yeah,
wardrobe.
that. It was more of a decoration piece. Yeah, I didn't think. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
It won't even fit in a bag of holding.
Wait, 1, 2.
Actually, that would be really bad if it fit in a bag of
Yes.
holding.
I'm going to pay
Never mind.
5,000 and leave the signature for my sending stone as part of payment for the bag of tricks.
Understood. And there is a counter where there's various things, what look to be random strays, a piece of cloth, various stones, gems, and bits of gold as well, followed by handprints that you would know that, this is other forms of payment. And only they would know what these payments would be.
Right.
You place the gold down,
I haven't turned out.
platinum, whatever.
Okay.
You place the
Maybe then
sending
the
stone
open
digits.
The eyes of the cloak of displacement.
As soon as you grab it,
I was thinking the cloak too.
the tiny little hands that are holding on to the purse,
You guys can take it.
let go.
It actually makes
The
more
item is
sense to put
yours.
it on you.
I will have the card.
But can't you like pump your AC to like 25?
She's
23.
just
What?
23.
See, I'm 25 right now. So I can jump
The
to
gray
27.
purse.
I'm at 19
stop min-maxing.
and go squish.
Roleplay, goddammit.
I purposely didn't push my passive perception to 30. Like I looked at it, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes
So,
perfect
just to
sense
let
with
you
the character.
know, if you use it
That would just
today,
be a broken ass stat.
it
Like, I would never be
functions
surprised.
fundamentally like a purse. Sorry, not a purse, but a bag of tricks. For gray variation, they come from the Shadowfell, so they're not
have to get my
from the
way.
Right.
I
Feywild.
was going to do that.
And there's a chance that they might have some additional mutations to them when they come out.
Okay.
You're like, you don't have to oversell her on it. I mean, she's like, oh great, there's bonus.
She already bought it.
You're kicking in the heated seats. You have defrosting mirrors at this point. Wait, it's gonna come out mutated from the Shadowfell? Sign me the fuck up.
Wow. We could have fake competitions like standoffs where we're standing 50 feet away from each other.
They're gonna
We
be
all
chicken.
throw.
They're gonna be chicken fights, and
we
most of the time
we
she's
throw,
gonna
we
win.
throw a fuzzy ball out and see what happens.
I get that you're making a Pokemon joke, but I would throw it at your head.
No, I wasn't actually thinking about that, but that's
So we can.
Yes. Make
We're
a
all sort of
Pokemon
items.
campaign.
Do we have enough to buy the cloak of displacement for the squishy kobold?
I don't know. How much do you think it's worth?
Quite a bit.
It's a cloak of displacement. It's pretty up there.
All right, so
How
I can
much do
just
you
give
think
these.
it's worth?
What do we got in there?
I'm not telling you how much money I have.
No,
But
because I'd spend all of it.
also that.
Okay, so we have 2 common items.
I
an
specifically
uncommon and an
made
uncommon.
this random shop for this for you because you kept saying "Ooh, shop time" every time you heard this music.
Well,
So
I blame the music.
the bracelets of spider climbing that none of us
Using
are
that-
bothering
using
to
that-
use, which would
using
have been
that- using
you know,
that.
great when we were all trying to
Ah,
climb
that's
through a fucking
unattuned.
door in the
I
ceiling.
think that might be enough.
I'm going to trade that
Okay.
Yeah.
for the eye.
For the eye,
Alright,
for the
so
berries of truth.
We are
Yeah.
overpaying.
Yeah,
We're not
right.
saying I
As you
think
press
that's
that,
enough.
And with the eye that we pluck out,
You got a rare
Not
one
that.
get?
they get that too.
Okay, so this is going to be a painful experience.
Yes,
we'll
I'm
get to
aware.
that in just a moment. So as you're making the
Yeah,
transaction,
that's definitely.
placing a rare item, I
Okay.
believe.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd call that enough for the
Thank you.
cloak of displacement.
For the eye.
Okay. And you're placing it.
Yeah.
So smart.
Make a
That's good.
persuasion.
What, roll power?
I
I don't
know,
want to use it.
Cloak of displacement, though.
but you're in an area that
What if I
everyone
throw
has
in
high
2,000?
persuasion.
Do you want me to roll at a disadvantage?
What if I throw in 1,000
Okay.
platinum?
Do that instead.
Which
All patrons are equal.
3,000 gold or 1,000 platinum? Okay.
33.
33. Okay.
Wait,
I
3,000
will
gold,
tell
10,000
you
platinum?
so that
10,000
you
gold?
know
What?
in the background. The
I have
payment is
1,000
sufficient
platinum.
with the eye.
And
This would
3,000
make
gold that we're using here.
Maybe.
The 3,000.
That's a 1-for-1. That doesn't
And I'm
mean
gonna-
I'm a profit.
But with
Gonna
the
hand it
eye
to
of a
Rich.
ceiling member.
Yeah.
This isn't
Now
news.
we're talking. So,
I bought all my crap.
as you guys are
I paid for half your crap.
Yeah. So wait, does that make you a sugar mama?
Functionally.
So I'm going to take
She's
one of my
outfitting her
potions
minions.
of
Yeah,
healing
okay,
and just hold
This
it
is
in
why
like
I'm
an
in charge
important
of
amount but
the
not swallow it yet.
okay.
Like, all right,
Oh, it's my cord of
this one.
fools.
This one.
That one, you want that one?
Yeah.
God, that's no. Oh God. Ah.
Which one?
This one. Oh, I regret this.
Are
Hold
you
on.
Prestidigitate before he sticks it in his eye.
Yes. Clean that up.
All right, close the other one. All right, and I'm going for the other one.
So, X, how are you performing this with your claw? What are you trying to do?
He holds the top of his head, just smack. Just get the fuck out.
That's for zombies.
Hold your
That's
breath.
how it works in magicians.
Yeah. Anytime you're within
I'm going
5
to-
feet,
You
I'm
gotta
already
hold it
holding my
real
breath.
tight and then
I'm
snap the
going
back
to,
of
I'm
it.
going to use my pinky.
Okay. Can I roll medicine to like aid him? Like describe this is what you need
You
to do.
can aid him,
Yeah.
but he is going to be one rolling since
You
he's
roll,
performing.
roll medicine at advantage.
Take guidance, fuck.
What are you trying to do specifically for the eye?
We need to take it out whole. Best you can.
Oh, absolutely. I'm coming in from the inside on this side.
Okay.
And nose
You don't
side.
have to poke me in the eye.
No, stop, we're playing it for real, man. Take it
Method
out.
acting.
Fucking method actors.
As he's doing, like, I repeatedly pressed a digit, like I'm sterilizing as much as possible.
Turn it around after having an argument, like who's paying what. I pay for everything. So they're like, ah!
Here I
The
am.
coffee man can't die.
All the things that you have ever
I
done.
pull a potion ready.
It's all right.
Fumble,
All right.
if I don't make it out of this,
It'll all
stab
be
him
over
in the
soon.
top of the
It'll
brain.
all be over soon. It'll all be over soon.
That's my nose!
So what was your medicine check with advantage, with a D4, with prestidigitation?
Don't give him bardic inspiration.
Yeah,
That's
bardic
the thing.
inspiration.
Do not take my brain out through my nose.
And I am literally. I'm not showing you the fucking
I know,
number.
I just want to know what's going to happen to my character.
Okay, I get to roll another D8, right?
And if he fails, he gets to
Okay,
keep the
and
D8.
what else? You take
D4.
a
Yes,
D4.
that's what's important right now.
Are you sure you don't want me to just mage hand
Silver
it?
linings. Silver linings.
It's too late
He's
for that.
earned this.
This feels so good.
There's like 7 post-it notes on the back of
Advantage,
your
D4,
D8.
D8.
Oh, I'm at disadvantage.
No,
Oh,
Advantage.
Because I'm telling you exactly how you should be doing this.
all right.
4!
And what skill am I rolling?
Medicine.
Medicine.
This is performing.
Surgery.
Excellent.
Uh,
Excellent.
Yeah.
I am not skilled in this.
We
Captain
know,
Mediocre.
we've covered that already.
Return of
Do
Captain
you mean
Mediocre.
rolling? Because we know you're not good at that.
The Return of Captain Mediocre.
I've already given away an
David?
eye. I mean, how much worse could
Quinn.
it
Quinn.
He smushes it deep inside.
get?
You can't
He
remove it.
pushes in here and I can't get it out.
Quinn. You know I love you.
That's what she right up.
So what'd you roll?
27.
The DC was 25.
To not murder me.
Do not
Crush the eye.
poke the brain, crush the eye, and take the eye out whole with a claw. Not the most thin thing in the world, you know. But with the
Or
DC.
clean. You don't know where I scratch with.
Well, yeah, that's why I gave you.
Prestidigitate over and over and over. You are gross. No, coffee man can't die.
I just imagine Act just
Did you want this?
licking his finger, and then it just evaporates with the prestidigitation with a slide. As Nicholas just turns around
Is he
saying,
still burning? So does he cauterize it as he goes?
It's still burning, yes. And as it pulls out at Quinn, as he pushes in and then pulls in, you see their sight, almost like a forced iguana bug before
Yeah.
it starts to
Oh, so
blade.
I am 180 to meter.
Yeah. Oh, God! Make a Constitution
Is that what
save.
my ear looks like?
You're willing.
Why didn't he tell me my ears were this big?
Constitution
God.
saving throw. 11. I passed out.
11. Suddenly the chamber is filled with a blood-curdling scream. Again and again and again as your sight is pulled, ejected, but still attached by the roots,
Optic nerve.
by the optic nerves. As Act very slowly, carefully pinches it, twists it, and pinches it up. As you lose consciousness and realizing now that many of the dolls are mimicking the same sound. One of them.
This was a great idea.
Oh, yeah. Totes.
I has been removed. And you take
328
16
damage.
points of bludgeoning damage. Because that's what you did to me,
As
fucker.
I pass out, I'm going to swallow the potion that I did say I was already holding in my mouth.
You just had the straw, like,
No, I like poured it in. I'm going to do it. Because I knew I was going to take damage. I was like,
you take 16 points of piercing damage.
That's exactly the same amount of damage you did to me with the fucking
Make
arrow.
a general dex check to see if you swallow the potion.
it's cocked.
Because at an 11 DC
Check or save?
check, because the Constitution, unfortunately, the pain was so surreal that you
19.
just lost all capabilities of being able to do something. With a 20, even though that's happening, you pass out, the bottle kind of goes thunk into your mouth and pours into it, and you're not choking with a DC 20, but you do swallow the potion.
I heal back 12 of the 16 I just took.
Eck, you are now holding a unconscious Quinn.
And I.
And an eye.
With
Where's
a
the-
light that seems to be flying over Quinn's head, just kind of...
Her job was to
Where's the berries?
Her
Get
job
the
was to
berries.
put the berry
Get the berries in. Get the berries in. Get the berries in.
You're blinded.
what?
As soon as this ball of light fairy comes out and lights up the air, your eyes immediately go burning, and you're like, "Sss."
Ow! I'm gonna eat this fairy.
It's because you got the shadow eyes.
Eh.
What are you crunchy on?
Here, give me the eyeball. Clean it for you.
Berries?
Oh, sorry.
I was about to say.
I'm just so happy I'm unconscious. I'm gonna come out with.
Look, I'm Quinn. I can see everything.
I'm gonna come out of this with an eye infection, Hep C.
You're in Hep D and F at this point.
with the unconscious eye Quinn,
Hepatitis.
blood coming down his right eye. Sorry, his right eye.
Because I'm left-handed archer, so this.
Now lifting the 3 berries that are congealed into one by a twig. How do you implement it?
Congealed it.
Yeah.
You don't need to touch me.
One hand is full occupied here, and the other hand is
I
like
assume the twig would be the
here,
object.
here. I've got his head. You know, like. Okay, wash him off first. You
I'm just watching this.
gonna help me with this?
I'm not helping you with this. No,
Well,
the
fine.
fairy's got your. The fairy's got your.
Oh, you can't see shit. You're
I
right.
can't.
All right, fine. All right, lick the twig. All right, and then shove the twig in first.
Prestidigitate.
Got it. All right, good. All right, it's not in there.
As
Good
the
enough.
twig goes
Smack.
in. Oh, Jesus. As soon as you put the twig in, twig side in, I'm assuming, but the berries out that are held together with a single leaf, the twig immediately shoots out and attaches to something, most likely the nerve. Good thing you're unconscious for this. This would have been another very painful situation. You do suffer 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
And for a moment, nothing happens. The bleeding subsides, and the eyelid seems to naturally form over, even though it's 3 separate eye locations now. The eyelid remains open.
3 separate eye holes, or
No.
The berries, 3 separate berries,
but all the same
Well,
eye socket.
they all fit in one socket.
they all fit in
So
one
there's
socket.
gaps. Oh
But-
shit! Now I have to just clean that out every now and then.
As the plant itself,
Prestidigitate.
as the plant itself,
Yeah.
it wasn't done, forms in behind it. Very natural, barbed, and then a puff of green behind it.
Very befitting of a ranger.
This is so perfect for my character. I mean, not the whole getting it gouged out by a fucking turtle, but this is like,
He's still passed out.
yeah.
He's still passed out.
Pull out one of my packs.
Bonk.
What was that?
Splat.
Oh, it's the Healy goo.
No, you didn't.
And doing all
I
this
love
chest is
the
going to do
man.
nothing as you start administering on the eye itself.
Correct.
That's where the damage is. You're not going to put it on the guy's foot
It's
after
a
he got
poultice.
shot, after he got shot in the head.
I just rubbed some aloe vera on his neck.
It's one of those, sniffing things. Anyway,
So yeah,
Essential oils.
so roll hit points.
I got some.
he's easily
do
covering.
wonders for your
Number
blood
one,
pressure.
he'll cover 12, just even if I don't even.
Yeah, I did 12 on the potion I drank.
Yes.
So I'm
so
only
I
down
will-
And I'll
four
say
more.
within the next 2-3 minutes, you wake up groggy as the now minty smelling aroma that's coming from your eye, most likely influenced by your Fey ancestry and those that you work with. The various eyes, even though your lid remains open, no longer your actual eyelid remains open, no longer really functional because of the plant light that has embedded it itself. The 3 berries occasionally twist open, and it's not just like a normal eye, but it's like a red pointed berry eye.
Okay. So it's like I'm picturing 3 blueberries in a cluster.
Correct.
I hate blueberries. Me personally.
How do you feel?
Oh wait, hold on.
You feel good?
Let's see what.
I mean,
I'm sorry I do that. To
I
you.
don't. Oh.
Gemacine.
What is on my chest, Preston?
No, they're red. They're red berries.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not blueberries.
Okay.
They're red berries.
Generic every.
Do you want to see what you look like right now?
No.
Sure.
Yeah, you're gonna show me. Are you gonna hold my eye out? Fuck you. Let me show you. No, I need to pay the fucking. I need to pay the creepy doll for
I
that.
wasn't going to pay. You're paying. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, that's part of the payment.
That's why I'm giving you the eyeball.
Yeah, thank you.
Still moist.
Oh, I'm just saying how my barber did. and I put it next to the doll where I took the berry thing from.
As soon as you place
Yeah,
it on
take
the
no damage, by the
platform where all the payments have been collected,
Awesome.
he immediately starts rolling, unnaturally rolling. As he goes over the edge, a cabinet door opens, and it falls in and closes.
I don't get a receipt.
So, in the Shadowfell, surprisingly, no.
So
You make hey, in this exact same shop in the 9 Hells, you would get a fucking receipt.
This is not the 9 hells.
And it would be attached to your soul.
It's true.
Right.
But you would get a receipt.
devils and whatnot. All right, so Venick will walk over holding just an entire grab bag full of crap and a couple of little pouches. They'll shove it all up on top of the counter.
With like a clapping and noise.
And then a couple of pouches like arc up and land. And then he like waves the green hoodie thing and goes. So
You got it.
you
It's
go.
a classical hood of the cloak of displacement, just in a hood variety.
great.
And it was 3,000 gold on top of that.
Understood.
I think that should be adequate.
Common with additional 3,000.
Inadequate. The doll's
What is the
chasing us
rarity
now.
of
But
the
the good news is they all have disadvantage.
cloak of displacement?
Is that rare? Very rare?
I don't know.
It's a rare
I
rare.
think it's very rare.
All right. Well, if I have any awareness of us underpaying, I add 2,000 platinum.
Well, yeah, because the thing did tell us it's a
No,
rare.
200.
So,
It is rare, so we're good.
Well, but he just put a bunch of.
What? Yeah, what they did with that.
with additional
Actually-
how much gold pieces?
3,000.
So 3,000, and I've got 250 platinum I can add to it.
But
Make a persuasion check.
no, before you do that,
Oh,
I have
Nick wants to
something-
make the persuasion check.
Would you like me to make that?
I have
for you?
something that's going to make him giggle because it doesn't work in this realm and mortals are stupid.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah. Orb of time.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't work in this realm.
yeah totally
Mortals are
not
stupid.
necessary.
That's called messing with humies when he meets one.
I had a orb of
Persuasion is
I'll say you orb of
good,
time.
but 23.
23.
What does the orb of time even do?
You feel it's sufficient. Knowing Faye and
I'm
knowing
good
the
at lying.
payment,
Yes.
So your deception's on par with mine. But...
Yes.
Okay.
But in this
And
case,
performance.
being a Faye entity, you feel the debt is paid.
Yep. It's that comradeship of bonding over laughing at once.
Yes.
I know that there's like a little bit of overlap here, a little bit of overlap there. Like we all have these areas where we
A
overlap.
little bit of overlap
Yeah, a
there.
little there. Like there's even a little over here with like the nature stuff, and a little over here
It's a
with
little bit diagram.
And there's actually some overlap here.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
just damage output.
Well, no, the ability to make yourself immune to shit.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Ours is the collecting things.
Me is listening to orders.
We're a Star of David of checks and balances.
Really is, yeah.
You listening to me does not count as us having overlap.
Are you sure?
Cold, emotionless automatons. Hello.
I'm not emotionless. I'm disappointed all the time.
They only have one emotion, and it's contempt.
I had that earlier.
Anyways, I'll march through the shop, I guess.
Yeah, I think we need to go.
There's another bag of money from Aeronat with various couple items that he placed down. What looks to be raven's feathers and what looks to be...
Oh shit, I could have paid with bird feathers and crap.
with a little bit of...
Specific bird feathers.
that
Bird
seems
feathers
to
and
be
crafts do not work.
smeared with blood. As he curls up a whip. Oh, this one's for me. It's quite nice.
Not
Hey.
the whipping.
Hey man, you do you.
Onward.
The children do.
I mean,
all
it
the
is the Shadowfell. It's already 50 Shades of Grey.
Really.
Wah, 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 wah.
Half the- and all of the unsealy cord just went, ah! With that, is there anything else you would like to shop for?
Antibiotics.
Wait,
What?
why do you say that?
Because I've seen what else you do with that finger. Yeah, exactly.
It's not a finger.
The middle foot. Let's please be on our way.
Did you say Littlefoot?
All right.
Middle foot.
Oh, I'm like, it's a dinosaur?
Does that affect my regular perception in any way?
No, it does not.
Okay.
But it allows you to have true sight
Three
for 10
times.
feet 3 times a day.
Okay.
You know, Quinn.
It just costs you an eye and a bit of gold. Or,
Another item.
yeah.
I'm okay with that.
You know, Quinn.
And 1 point of exhaustion.
Realistically, not that bad.
We might. You know what I see us like? I see us being like those brothers that when we give each other a hug, we hit each other on the back.
Yeah, I would think that's surprisingly appropriate.
Good. All right, and I give him a big hug and hit him on the back.
I blast the air out of my lungs.
Yep.
Goodness, pull up, buddy. Goodness, pull up.
All right, I'm glad you feel good and better, and
Better is relative.
it was fun and not so fun at the same time.
You had. I felt it poking me in the thigh. You thoroughly enjoyed that.
That was actually one of my packs. I blame that on my pack.
All right.
I did enjoy that, but yes.
Can we please move on?
Yes, please.
There's
Before
a
they do
door
something
at
else.
the end of the
Penetrated
corridor.
by a turtle.
Onward.
There is only one door from this chamber.
I open the door.
You open the door, roll a d8.
Oh no!
Well, no, that's
Nothing
This
is
is the way
like
the
that
labyrinth
seems-
works.
yeah,
it's
it's
a
not-
random room.
2.
2.
Dun, dun, dun. Where do
We
go
arrive at our
now?
destination. What? That's fast.
Immediately as soon as you open, the sound of music hits your ears.
Oh shit, we're here.
Orchestrated over a mass of many different instruments, a grand show is being played. You look yourself into a dimly lighted theatrical room. Fine cloth chairs, fine wooded stairways lined with various imageries of theatrical mass, painfully laughing or painfully crying. Tapestries, cloth, and a grand stage at the far end with rows upon rows upon rows upon rows of sitting arrangements, many of them full. Everyone is smiling.
Nicholas, is it time for your big musical number?
What are the names of the people who did
We're
the
at the green, bitch.
Oh, if only. Is the performance actively going on?
With your passive perception, both of you here, even though we're blurred-eyed at the moment, there's only one person performing, as far as you can tell, and has that same similar magical darkness feel at this 100,000 candle lit stage. Many of them floating, and everything behind it shrouded with dark.
Are you saying
There's a single entity at the center of this.
100,000, like 100,000 or like hundreds, thousands?
Hundreds to thousands.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
The
No.
cooling bill must be amazing.
fire hazard in the theater lunch. Jesus.
However,
Still fire hazard.
Fire in the second row. This whole place is a powder keg.
You notice some.
There's a single entity at the center, shrouded by the darkness except for the parts around his shoulder, or at least I should say, almost the shadow outlines him, as if he's just stepping just partly way out of the magical darkness that shrouds everything behind him, that is currently playing a solo right now. Single-handedly, matching, seemingly guiding the music, this sourceless music that still comes from the stage, but you do not see anyone else, with many dozens of heads filling the theater.
Is there a readily visible other door?
Make a perception check.
Check the opening lines of Doom Rangers.
Perception.
Is there
18.
another
18?
name we need to be
Yes, you spot two
paying
doors. Stage
Two-faced
left
act.
and stage right.
Cool. So likely this is the what was it?
Two-faced act.
Two-faced act.
Two-faced act. So we're gonna need to go up and we're gonna need to go down in terms of mood. You handle up, I'll handle down.
¿Por qué no las dos?
Good idea.
Okay.
Feel free.
and we will.
Dun, dun,
publish.
dun, 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 dun.
This is not the party room. Make a history check.
I mean, I didn't think it was. I was
Okay.
assuming that we could take over the performance.
Oh,
get ourselves
never
on-
mind. Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's take over the performance, get on stage, head stage. I want to go house right,
Stage right.
stage left.
Stage left, house right.
Yes.
There you go.
So, with that, we should be doing performance checks, right?
Before you make performance checks, how would you like to make this performance?
Oh, I'm
Who's leading the charge? Marching
Got it.
order, if you will.
Not it.
okay. So you've seen Aladdin, right?
Yes.
I am Genie, and this is the entrance to the marketplace.
Okay. Roll a performance check at disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm fine. That's one of my.
He knew this in his sleep.
Yeah.
Literally.
Minor illusions, prestidigitation, all of that going on.
Oh, I
as
do that.
we go.
Like,
Yes.
Fireworks.
Oh,
Alright.
right.
Add a. No, make a performance
forgot.
check. We'll
This is-
see
this is
if
your
it's a
stick.
D4, D6, or D8.
This is what
based
you
off
do.
of that check.
Let's
Bard.
see. 9, 5. Oh, darn. It's only a modified 20.
Modify 20. It's going to be a D6 addition because of her illusionary additions.
Be the first on the block to meet his eye.
What did you just roll?
I just dropped the D6
That's a very nice roll.
to add to my 29.
Very well done.
35.
Describe your
I don't
entrance.
have to describe it. I can sing it.
Very well. Go ahead.
Oh lord, here we go.
Loose in the halls of the Shadowfell. Hey, you coming through? For she casts a spell. Come be the first in the realm to see her smile. Make way, here she comes. Ring bells, bang the drums. As powerful as she's vile. Lady Knick-Knack is the great maiden of sorrows. Melt your veins, screaming in pain, tremble with fear.
The flutes go up.
Makes devils bow to her will. No living thing she can't kill. Surrounded by those of great skill, that's Dark Lady. She's got Sparks the automaton soldier. A monstrous killing machine. There's Eck the turtle barbarian. Foul is his smell, he's no fear of hell, as violent as he is mean. Lady Knack-Knack was the maiden of sorrows. Break your heart, then she will start to burn your world down. With Panic the draconic sage, whose size maybe lies his great age, who burns the great heroes to war, that's my lady.
Okay.
All clapping up and down.
No!
Oh, beautiful.
Bravo.
Performance check.
Very at the 35%.
Okay.
35. Very
I
good.
Apparently I need to
love
up
it.
my game.
Additional 500 XP for that. Love it.
You invited me to play a bard.
Alright.
Oh,
Okay, with that, as you go out there, singing your heart out, ignoring the painful throb of your eye as it's...
There's going to be some minor illusions in there.
Oh, easy.
There's going to be mid-sentence costume changes. Like, I'm over here, I will Misty Step, change costumes to be over here to do the full-on, like...
All right, go to mark off 2 Misty Steps to add to the performance to even make it more grandioso. And it is hands down as all the people, everyone smiling, as the various figures that are on the stage change once, twice, as almost like rotating, as they change to musical percussions, as they add to the music, to the surrounding, trying to keep up and match your pace. They're going to have to roll a performance check.
Suddenly she's on an elephant, no one knows where
I don't know where the hell the elephant came from, but it's golden for some weird reason. It's like, fuck.
So with a natural 20 performance, going to add another D8 for yourself because you're doing such a good job. This is going to bring it to a 35 for him.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 37.
Wow.
So just 12 plus 5.
So, I need to roll 2 or better on my D8.
Yep.
4.
Okay, you beat the natural 20, and it's quite impressive you taking the stage, but you got this. Adding the,
What was its head?
As I was dancing,
Because I had
like
this
some
advantage.
of the theater seats were literally lighting on fire as I'm walking by.
this just immediate change of scenery. Hold on.
Can you, just for fun, can you make him make a DC 18 wisdom saving throw, or else he's
Certainly.
gonna get caught up in it and charmed by me and join us?
Oh, he's immune to charm.
Oh.
Rip.
Sorry, mate.
Think of where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But good try. But in the midst of it, after a few moments of him trying to battle, this entity that just switched over, very similar like you, wardrobe change after wardrobe change after wardrobe change, but each time it shifts people, with only them barely standing out of the darkness, it's as if they're different people, but they turn as if they're connected with your passive perception of 20. Whatever this entity is, it's not normal. It's not a normal humanoid. It's not, it might be a fae, it might be something, you don't know, but you're too enthralled. And after a while, he just gives in and starts just bringing up your vice. He gets caught up into it because you have bested him at his absolute best. And he acknowledges that. It's he, whatever. Yeah.
They.
As you
Them.
pass by,
Yeah.
everyone roll perception checks. As you make yourself towards room right, stage left.
26.
26?
22.
22?
Why do I even bother?
No, I'm with you.
16.
16, you're too distracted.
Hang on, I can find it. It ain't great. 18.
18. So the only ones that actually recognize, you two.
Gasp!
Everyone else is too currently caught up in the mood right now as everyone's bringing apart. Here's a couple of people that try to shimmy up and start clambering and skid up and get out of their seats and just join into the party because it's so much fun. Various entities, long-eared elves, followed by other smaller folk and half human, half animal individual of a dog variety.
just
All
gave
of
up
them
the third.
painfully wide with a smile. Tearing at the
we need to have an
eyes,
extra.
seemingly painfully happy for some reason. And as soon as they step up, their ears start to bleed, and you notice that of the various fine decors, tapestries, fabrics that are filling this grand theater, even the floors and wood themselves are made of a organic material.
Glimmer of delight, maybe?
A what?
And as you look at
I'm burning.
Organic.
I'm burning.
as you look
I'm
The
burning
theater
everywhere
or
I
as we go through the
stand.
door?
theater,
The
Okay.
theater itself is a living creature.
And I am burning everywhere I stand.
are you actively damaged?
I'm burning.
You're not
No.
attempting to.
Then we'll get to that later.
Giving it indigestion.
As
The
you're
hot pepper.
looking around, looking at the various entities, the
happened
ones that
before,
are
it's all hot
currently
peppers.
standing there, you notice there are a couple of them that are kind of molded into the chairs themselves. And you're looking at the carvings of this immaculate level of detail on the seating arrangement, and noticing it's like ivory bone, as if they are forming into the actual seat, as they're You kept enthralled by the performance and just simply can't leave.
This would be the epiglottimus of the deific representation of the god of song.
Oh, so it's a girl house.
Yeah.
You can see where I got this idea, but I think we're thinking of the same thing.
Jonah?
Yeah.
Well.
But with this and noticing as you still continue this performance, a couple of them stand up, now freed from the ever slave-bounding enthrallment to the very theater at play. And as you guys go to stage left,
Oh, goody, I've got groupies now.
Guess whose reputation?
you open up the door. Who is going to open up the door as you get to the stage right?
I will.
Not having to make any wisdom saving throws because you overpowered him.
Oh well.
Completely overpowered him.
Lady Nicholas, the great maiden of shadow. By Queen Charming and Sin. Yes, guys, that's me.
Add 3 to your reputations.
Wow.
That puts me at still single digits. 7.
Negative.
You're slightly less
I
invisible.
started at negative. I got up to 4 on my own.
Oh, I
And
got me now.
going to add +1 for you because he is still under your
I'm
service.
singing the
Also, he's singing
whole
about
song's about her.
Yeah.
Does
I wouldn't
mine
have my
change
reputation.
because he was singing about me?
I mentioned each of them in the song.
Eh?
Give
Not
her
that
2 in
it-
each of them.
not
one.
that-
Give
not
her
that-
2 in each of them.
No,
one.
I'm fine. Everyone get +1.
Yay!
That was a over number
Yay!
37, I think.
37,
Or 30.
yeah.
I know,
Normally
they're a
it's
certain
final.
level final.
Normally, it would just be the person that's actually doing the performance and stuff like that. And more than
What? You know what? I'm at 3. You know, I mean, you know,
I'm at
basket
6.
of
I think I
glory
might be
of
at
3
4 or something like that.
right here, baby.
I'm no longer a servant. I'm my own entity.
What do you
Finally.
got?
No.
What do you got?
6.
Nice.
6, no.
Just
said I
above,
went
it's
up
just
by
above
1?
servant level.
Why 1, yes.
Okay.
Just above servant level.
Because he was the one doing the main thing right there. Who is opening up the door? Who is leading?
He's
I'm
leading.
assuming you're leading.
So he leads the door.
Yeah,
So
you're-
you kick open the door. There is no pump. There's no circumcision. It's the elephant kicking in the door. The song, the third verse, can carry into the next room.
roll a d8.
Yay!
1. 8. 8.
1.
One. Immediately, you kick open the door and you find yourself in another hallway. Goes down room after room after room that curves in this hallway. This is a transitional piece.
When it's dark, she
As you
brings the
all
spark
pass through,
naturally.
sorry, I was thinking for a moment. As you pass through, as the door magically, with the 3 entities that you've left that have joined your party as you pass by them, all 3 of them immediately drop to their knees. One of them that immediately starts speaking in Sylvan. That seems to be this goblin-looking, long-nosed, black-eyed, black-skinned, goblinoid-looking creature, wearing what looks to be a chef apron. He starts, clasp your hands. Thank you so much. I've been waiting 100 years of that place. I left this door on. Do you know how good the game's gonna be? I'll repay you. I gotta go. As he goes,
Can I eat him?
He just granted us favor.
So no.
I hate this diplomacy crap.
Jawbreaker.
Where do you keep getting these?
you don't ask those questions.
You're bag of tricks now.
They're
Don't have
illusions, but you can't make the same.
That's real.
When mark yourself +1 to
Okay.
your reputation and add 1 favor.
Okay.
Wow.
1 favor of a lowly servant.
Did we get it right? Was it the two-faced act?
No, this is not the two-faced act.
That was the other one.
Make a history check.
So 1 favor from a Jewish goblin.
8.
Got it.
8? Yeah, you don't know this
Yes.
one. There are many powerful Fey entities out there. You actually don't recognize this one.
No, I meant the room that we just left.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
Currently, it's pretty silent in this transitional room. You see a couple people opening up the doors and going to other doors. You see a long hallway and part of that labyrinth that is connected partway down the hallway that seems to be connected to the bigger workings entirely, but has no direct pathway to this location without major intervention and like jumping or whatever. And Arnett immediately steps forward, waits, has the whispers come in as the Spectre Fame entity fly again, happy, and goes about 3/4 of the way down and then stops at a specific door and then turns to powder once again.
We go through more fairies that way.
Because I'm reaching into a bag.
There's a
What?
ball in the air or not?
I can pull one out right now. You want to pull? You want to pull
No,
a bag out?
no. Don't pull your fuzzy
Keep it in your
ball out of
pants.
sack.
Right. But I was thinking maybe Nicholas and I would like pull one out and
No.
No. All right.
So we're working our way down the corridor, being where
You are supposed to be powerless here. Stop.
All right.
So you said there were 3 entities that escaped with us. One that just
And the
turned
other two that
powder.
hit the ground are currently unconscious on the floor.
What are
Seemingly
they?
so exhausted that they were on a 4th level of exhaustion.
What are they?
Stabilize.
What are they?
Well, one of them is a pale... Oh, let me triple check. Hold on.
Because
Okay.
I'm about to write Gang of Grateful Fae on my character sheet under equipment.
Yeah, one of them is a armored female, Shadowkai. Has a long great sword on her back. Looks to be almost like a fighting style individual, but very thin
Okay.
for that big blade. But you know how elves are.
I've seen some anime.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I said anime!
Gray skin, black, what looks to be tattoos down the eyes and to the chin, that point, just to be like almost like battle paint, permanent.
Mm-hmm.
No hair and pointed ears that seem to be cut at the tips.
Ooh.
Is that a kith?
No, it is a Shadowkai.
Okay.
Oh,
Is
okay.
that cut the ears? That's a mark of slavery, isn't it?
Make a history check
Stabilize.
I can do that.
or a religion check.
I can do history check. But I rolled a 10. So.
10. There's a lot of various cultures that do that for elves and pointed ears and stuff like that. It could be slavery, it could be a mistake, it could be a religious thing, it could be a cult thing. It's, the list is a lot, especially when you deal with extraplanar stuff.
Do they look like they're actively dying?
Make a medicine check.
Because if they are, I'm going to stabilize.
24 on one of them.
Would you like
24?
them to be? That's the question.
Nope. 24.
24. They
check
are
her, you check the other
immediately in a trance state.
Okay.
You know this
They're
as being
exhausted.
they're exhausted. They are with a over 25 DC. They are 4th level of exhaustion.
Okay. What is the other one?
The other one
I'll let you check that one.
is actually a. You don't know what this one is, at least not for a person of the Fae. This one is what looks a mound of cloth. And now I'm going to describe him in his standing state because that's going to be the easiest way to do it. But even though he's unconscious on the floor. He is a hunched individual, wooden matted cane that looks to be a part of a dead tree that was once alive, but he is ripped from the floor and is used for a staff. Covered head to toe everywhere except for his arms that are painfully black. Not like black in pigment, but black as if it's been scorched. And painfully thin, ridiculously thin, to the point that they could easily snap at any moment. Rags of black, gray, and tethered rags wrap around his entire body with packs on his back that give him his painful hunch, with no face that you can see, but just a elongated cloth neck that leads into black ink, where the face would be seen, but you cannot see it.
I don't think we can render into that one.
10 minutes a day sharpens your mind.
Be quiet.
She suddenly starts giving out directions.
I don't think we could render aid to that one.
I'm trying to figure out a way to nickname them off of Smokey and the Bandit, but I'm not finding it because he was Raggedy Andy, but he's fey creature, so he's Faggoty Randy.
Wow.
So, can you carry these individuals for a while? They may be of use later.
I can do that.
Okay, as far as comfortably as possible.
Here, you take the mound of cloth. I'll take the female.
Armored female shoulder guy.
Yeah, just over the shoulder. They're gonna get for a rude awakening.
This is why you make redundant NPCs.
Does she have the chains on her forearms, or is that not a 5e thing for Shadowkai?
Some do, some don't.
Okay.
Depending on.
Does she have them?
She does.
Okay.
You want to break them off?
No. Her soul's tied to that, but it means that she's free. That she can go where she wants. Because if she didn't have them, it means someone else has them. And she belongs there, and I would have to give her back. Quinn, of course, does not know any of this.
You can roll a history check.
Let's see if I can roll better than I did before. Yes! 24.
You would generally know.
So I recognize she is free, and therefore I can
Render aid.
render aid and accept whatever payment they want to render later.
You're also making me very grateful that I did my background search on Shadowkai. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. So we now have unconscious resting.
The female, she weighs 150 pounds.
On me.
The rogue individual,
45.
25.
Oh, wow.
You're carrying that one. I'll carry the other one.
And it's
No, I think I
weird
can-
grabbing this entity. It's like,
halflings
you would
in
think
a
there would be
trench
body
coat.
parts in some places, but it just, the cloth collapsed in
You missed
others.
that. Oh, God, you missed it. I had 2 halflings in a trench coat in my game last Monday, and you missed it.
Nope. That's not this entity. So who's carrying who?
I'm carrying the armored one.
Armored female, bag of cloth.
She just adds to the backpack variant on your back.
That's what I do.
Hey, how's it going?
That's gonna be a very interesting awakening.
First
Who's in the
time.
bag? There's a glowing cobalt in front of me. I'm just gonna go back to sleep.
First time.
Literally just wake up, eyes.
And in the
Hi,
midst
how
of,
are you?
of investigating, doing medicine checks, and figuring out what to do and keeping them, there's a sudden door exploding on it, but like of just squeaky wheels as you see that same black goblin figure with a trench coat, now slightly singed, currently running with a cart with what looks to be a semi-burnt cake. 5-layered tall that's currently listing on one side, gory icing everywhere. Currently, I remember it.
You do you, man.
Opens up another door, and you hear a celebration and choruses of breaking a glass. As the door closes.
It's 100 years late.
100 years late. That party's been going for a very long time.
I have a feeling the concepts of time are somewhat foreign here.
I think it's relative.
Well, remember.
Yeah.
Remember.
Did you misread Einstein?
It's funny.
Keep in mind, we're gonna emerge before we got here.
Right.
Yeah.
Time is
Well,
relative.
Remember, because you're going
I
to
don't know about
conference
before.
with yourself.
We're supposed to emerge.
Great notes.
Before we got here.
We're supposed to emerge very quickly after we got here. Yes.
No, before. Otherwise, he couldn't talk to himself. That's him.
Oh.
Headcanon, like, we're gonna show up, the 2 medics are gonna, like, just hand each other notes, and, like, okay, well, have a good time.
Good luck.
Remember to wind your watch.
Oh, don't forget the tambourine for when the bard breaks into song.
You're gonna spend most of your time in a sack anyway.
In the moment of transition,
Still in all.
Nicholas, you feel this first. The air around you, the air of your own superiority, being the highest ranking of those around. There are people passing by, but all are below you.
Okay.
Until this very moment, as you feel the air, the shadow shift in direction. You sense, and only you, because you are the home plane,
Right.
feel the movement and the air shifting and locking of someone much higher in superiority reputation than you and all of your servants combined.
All right, guys, be
But
careful on the key change.
making it so that you are seen, looking forward, seeing down the hallway, a door open gently, quietly. You see a tall, that would be at normal stature, 9-foot entity, but hunched over painfully to a measly 7 feet in stature, with brilliant sun-baked skin, brought down as if a person has been sunbathing for hundreds upon hundreds of years into a husk of a form, wrapped in cloth bandages, still seeing joints of its original skin of a barely alive entity as the air around you turns to ash.
Kind of like your standard Florida transplant after about year 10.
And then covered in what used to be fine cloths, but now tethered, sun roasted, and just sun bleached in general, wrapping every part of his skin with what used to be brilliant green elven hair, now nothing more than just a mop on top of its head, with goat horns that spiral upwards as if being part of the Sealy Council and Unsealy Council, would recognize being the horns of a great Fey Lord, but brought down to his knees long ago.
So
Currently being held, escorted even, by a small, what looks to be a 12-year-old child, currently leaning forward, hand out, just walking out, crunching on some bar. Come on, Auntie, this way.
So, which one is the one where...
So big old Fey Lord hunched
Child
over
is
being
the
dragged
problem.
along, led by a 12-year-old. But instantly, my
The 12-year-old's the issue.
like my pop culture senses go, the 12-year-old's the scary one.
Yeah. It's always the little ones.
It's always the kid.
Also, she called the big thing empty.
Auntie.
Auntie?
Auntie.
Auntie.
You know, kids, it's aunt, so Auntie.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Let me remind myself real
I
quick.
think empty would have been
Nah.
much more...
So
The one that still has life.
So
in
did
it
this
is the problem.
seem like a fallen to shadow Fey Lord?
Make a history check, both of you, if you would desire. And you
a
can make a
fable
history
that's turned
check if
shadow.
you are, because you are old enough, Vedic, but you're in the backpack.
I'm in the bag.
You're in the backpack.
Can I roll a
When'd you
nature
get back
check?
in the
It's
bag?
the same actual modifier,
When
just
did I
something
beat it?
more in keeping.
Sure, yeah.
In the shop.
23.
23?
They're
Okay.
both plus 6. It's just
And, sorry, Nicholas?
I got a 5.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
Fine, I'll make the roll. Like,
Tell
say
us
this is a moment where I'm like,
What are we looking at?
hang on.
Carry around.
Jesus, my modifier is higher than both of you rolled.
I got a 23. Your modifier is 23.
No, but it might as well be. So that's a 30.
Fucking hell.
He rolled a 4.
Now, the DC is different because you are not part of the Fae.
Sure.
You are outside source, so you have to get your information elsewhere. With a 30 DC, you know this one along with your information pretty much matching together because you are semi in the Fae. And asking the question, is this a fallen Fae Lord? This is exactly what it is.
Okay.
This is a fallen Fae. And you know a little about the history along with you as well. And you can describe this as your own will. You would know more of the history side, and you know what this is based off the looks. This is a fallen Fae Lord. Either struck him down, either cursed, doesn't matter, but you know this entity as a whispered warning. A whispered warning of do not go against your bosses. This is, his name no longer matters. His title no longer in place, as now he has been labeled the Desiccant. That is his title now. And you know this one. As soon as you hear the Desiccant in your heads, you're like, and let me remind myself of the history. Da, 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 da.
That's why I said I bet he's thirsty.
Not desiccate.
He has fallen from the Sealy Council out of disgrace and failing in performing a successful coup, because he failed, against a lady his master, technically, a very powerful lady. You do not know, being a DC 30, about being outside of the loop. You do not know which one, but you knew that he was part of the Sealy Council. He was decently ranked as well, but he got too greedy. He tried to perform a coup, and it failed. And now, as a warning to others, he lives, but now in the Shadowfell Council.
Look on the bright side, dude. Could be worse. Trust me.
You just say that?
Like, it literally could have been worse. You could have come back as a Spriggan.
Get back in the bag.
In the midst of
Get
the
back in
conversation of him, I understand, fans, but make sure you look around you. Make sure you recognize their gaze, remember their homes, and then you pop up. And just,
Gotta keep one spell ahead of the darkness.
and he looks towards you, his eyes that used to be
That's the
goat
theme
fingers,
for
but
this
now
session.
just
It's all
simple slits
Aladdin
of
songs.
yellow piercing eyes.
All right, guys, hang on. Just let me out. Unbutton the bag. Unbutton the bag.
Fine.
All right, there. Thank you. Oh. Ooh. Pulls a lollipop off his ass. Hands it to
I just rolled a 19 medicine check as you're like stretching. I like reached out and she's like to your spine.
And in the midst of this
Like an
transition,
inch taller
he
now.
rolled a history check
He rolled the history check.
for you.
Oh, God damn it.
He starts marching up, pulling the child back behind him.
Click, click, click.
You honor me, this child. I do not expect such a, a kindred soul, so to
Let's-
speak.
Let's just say that at our age, most of other people have dropped off, and it's so hard to find someone who remembers the history.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like my worst roll.
Can't be worse than
With
mine.
advantage. 16?
Not bad for a kobold.
Okay.
Pretty good. As he looks you up and down, seeing the black ichor come from your eyes. Naturally. What brings you here to our necks of the woods?
Oh, you know.
And he kind of brings his fingers in the air, wafting the shadow energy around with the being servants of a respectable scientist.
Just like mortal King.
Wait, does that mean he recognizes me as not a member of the court?
He called you a member of a respectable scientist.
Right, but I'm
Researcher.
dressed up as a member of the court.
He never really made eye contact with you, but seemed to wave his finger around. Go to roll an Arcana check if you want to know exactly what he did.
I don't care what he did. I just want to make sure I heard he's not indicating how I'm dressed. He's indicating who I am.
He did not address you as a member of court. Make an insight check before I say anything else.
Going to re-roll that.
Back in sorcerer.
Like me.
She actually
25.
doesn't have
25?
abilities that let her reroll dice. She's just actively cheating, and the DM's just too
Whoa, we have a whisper.
No, we're just gonna keep talking. Just keep mumbling and telling everyone else, right? Because
Watermelon on watermelon.
yes.
Peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
There's this bear and a rabbit,
Seven.
and they're both taking a crap in the woods.
Shadow.
And the bear turns to the rabbit, says, "Do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur?"
No,
and the
I
rabbit says, "No." Why? So the bear grabs him.
You are so distracting. I fucking hate that joke.
Okay, so there's a very wealthy old man, maybe in middle age, and he decided he was tired of living alone. So he went out and he started meeting women to potentially marry one of them. And he got it down to where there were 3 women that he very much liked, and he was going to decide which one to marry. And so he gave each one of them $50,000 and told them to come back to me in a month. And
Okay. Hang on. We know where this joke goes.
So
We're back.
Fennec, as he takes a few steps forward, if you don't mind, I wish to teach this child the importance of making lasting impressions.
Which child are we referring to? That one or one of them?
Not my children. This one, as he still two fingers held by the child of this very well tailored 12-year-old, stepping forward with
One
clicks
sec.
of
Grab him.
as the child pulls forward with wide eyes.
Negotiate. He's asking you for a favor, dipshit. Send him back down.
Oh yeah. So long as this lesson comes with us all leaving on our way unmolested.
Naturally.
Unharmed and unaltered.
Is
Take
her
two.
one-
Huh?
is
No,
her-
God no.
Unmolested or unchanged. Pick two.
Reword it, please. One last time.
We would like to leave this.
Do you want me to write it down?
No, I am perfectly capable. I am an ancient and powerful being.
Say a little higher pitch. And then you're like,
Ancient and powerful being.
Stop having
He's a big
tantrum.
trouble.
Stop having a tantrum.
I am 900
Back in the bag,
years
back in
old.
the
You get
bag.
that bag away from me, or you're going in it, and I will make you fit now.
Marshmallow?
Yes. By all means, I am all for instructing. Good catch, by the way. I am all for instructing the youth in propriety. However, I need all of them unmolested, unaltered, undamaged.
You said all of them, can't you?
And me.
In all of
We
us.
all need to leave. We have a mission, we have elsewhere, and I need them pretty much exactly the way they are.
Make a general persuasion check.
Yeah, you see, yeah, eating, yeah, I am.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Because you can, because you're a future wizard.
Because I'm lucky. That's just 18.
18.
I think it's 4.
There's a few
I
moments
can show
seemingly
you
going
your
up and down, seemingly reading you and the reasons behind your actions and your mistrust. And then gives a gentle nod towards you. It is agreed upon then.
Shadow of darkness and death.
Come, child, introduce yourself. Seemingly motioning forward after leaving the two fingers and patting it on the back of this high elf, wood elf? Hard to say, because you're not, you think, never mind. 12-year-old child that marches forward, heels clicking with surprisingly solid steps.
Like the pavement, like the tiles crack underneath her for.
Not quite, but there's the difference between a child that is just a child that walks around, fidgets a lot and stuff like that, and then there's a child that has been groomed, maintained, and regulated for higher wealth. And this one walks with a bit more attention. Still wide-eyed and a little fidgety, but for a normal 12-year-old, surprisingly honed. And goes, and goes, looks towards Auntie, and he goes, go on. Looks towards you, gives a 12-year-old version, semi-practiced, of a proper greeting, steps up and looks you straight in the eye. I am Prince Eligire, first son of Oakenstone, first heir and holder of the rights of Asmonore. Again. My name is Prince Eligire, first son of Oakenstone, Higher to the elven hold of Azanor. We will work on the last part, but better than last
Well
time.
met, Prince. Right, Eligai. Well met, Prince Eligai. First,
Elegir.
Eligare.
Yes. Elegir. But due to elven nature,
There's 3 extra syllables and 4
Prince
seconds.
Eligir, first son of Oakenstone. I am the ruin and all that is left of Vedvalkathar.
If I what?
What?
make a
What?
I write down that name.
The
make a
road?
history check real quick.
I'm the fire flood.
He a fucking
That was a natural 20,
Natural 20. Oh yeah, you know this is one of the elven
which puts me
elven
in
shires that
almost
is.
40.
This is actually one of the elven shires that is connected to the Verosian Iron. Well, connected. More begrudgingly willing to be taxed under the Verosian Empire's name, simply so that they don't have to deal with wars. Specifically, during the time of calamity, during the time of the Taras Rising and stuff like that, they have a special little thing in their city that allows them to pop into the Feywild.
Oh.
Just for security reasons.
Mortal planes in
For
danger. Let's just
security
not be there.
reasons.
And it's a city of wood elves.
Wait.
And this is the
if he's
first
Lord,
son, the
does that
first
make him a
heir
fucking dragon?
of the ruling class that has been, the ruling head that has been having rather troubles having a child
That explains his age.
for the past 700 years,
So wait, was he just a young dragon?
known
Or
as
like
King
legend?
Oakenstone.
And with
Kobold.
your greeting, I would like to offer you this.
What are you handing over?
Of my own hand, and with no obligation.
And as soon as you put your hand up before you say that with no obligation, immediately
Mhm.
and
with no obligation!
it is safe, little one. For now. As the child looks directly into your eyes, which is unnerving for a 12-year-old. Two steps forward, without bowing, takes the pearl, and with this, we are now friends.
What did he give him?
Yeah. Why not?
What did he give? What did you give him?
As a small little pearl is now resting in the child's hand, as he slips it in one of his overbuttons. It is
That's mine.
I know.
a pleasure and honor to meet someone so well renowned and beautiful and
Did you
very
miss my
wise.
musical number 5 minutes?
So, Pat the Elven Lord, he's doing alright.
Immediately turns around. How'd I do?
He's doing alright. Tell him he's doing alright.
He's doing okay. Still much to go, but decent for so young. It is nice to see someone so young
These elves
be so
like 40.
Probably. And time's
energetic.
looking weird. So.
Makes me feel 1200 again.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, your back feels like 1200.
Making eye contact towards the disguise Nicholas. What seems
You're not even
to be
twice this kid's
your-
age.
I'm like,
And then
15.
making eye contact towards Quinn, turning its head slightly and looking back towards Nicholas.
Oh, I've got like the badge.
Yeah, exactly.
Unsealy Court.
Two things don't match up here.
We're in the Unsealy Court. And Sealy Court?
Well, it's Green Wardens, so we're affiliated, but not yet.
His eyes seem to almost widen with yellow intensity. Seems to pass back and forth between you two.
We are to leave without being changed, which means you are not to have more knowledge of us.
Pause a moment and realize that I walk openly in this realm.
It is mere interest of seeing two very opposite sides of the coin in the same group. It seems that you are on task. Do you need assistance?
Should you lend your power to extend the blessing of being unknown until we reach our objective, that itself would be of great help.
Or perhaps speed us on our journey.
Of silly or unsilly counsel.
I mean, anyone.
If we keep this, the Sealy Council probably has spies here, but they're not going to care about our passing. If we
But
can keep
anyone knowing of our passing could be of
Potentially
value.
have wake that we don't want to deal with.
Right? We also have a
Especially
potential
because
traitor.
I know you.
What?
The jester. Very entertaining indeed.
I give a bow. I bend over until my packs literally shrug over my head.
we catch the fey creature.
He kind of claps his fingernails. Excellent.
It's like, it only
Excellent.
25
You know me well for my name. Excellent.
There's a little bit of confusion in his eyes before. I'm delighted.
Excellent.
He doesn't know your name. He doesn't care about your name.
If
We
it's,
gotta go to the piece of shit town where I'm famous.
if it's unbeknownst of any council members, it is much more pleasing to me. But some information must be gained on both sides so that we can work better.
Let me show you our whiteboard.
Just holding that.
Days since last TaskCon.
So are you talking to him?
He is. I'm not in bargain.
He wants information.
I was
He
told by
was-
reliable sources I'm not
Yes,
to
he's
make deals
asking
while on the Fae.
what is your current task, because you are a ceiling member, even a low member, but with a higher than you member, Pixie.
Who's invisible, which probably doesn't matter to this
Not
guy.
for him. Invisibility, he can see through.
Yeah.
The illusion's a little harder to do. And a unseelie member, well, person of unseelie nature with the scientists and stuff like that, two sides of the coin that didn't match. So he's very interested of the task that is at hand.
We are attending.
Wait. Kill dragon piloted by demon lord.
You shut the
I'm just
hell
making
up.
sure which task I know you're on. There's 11 world-ending calamities. I get all mixed up.
I thought we were on
The
8!
eye falls out. We are attending to prophecy.
Prophecy now. I do love a good prophecy.
Don't we all? I'd love a good prophecy.
That specifically
Yes, we are that good.
snaps. And as soon as he snaps his finger, the reverberation goes out. Fates should be ruled by the ones that walk it. But things are not that simple. So, who do you face now? From these
You?
11. Well, no, I am not the
Is it
one.
11?
We face you now.
I think he's referring to our current target.
I am home. I am answering like I'm home.
Well done.
I'm just massaging my imaginary beard.
Your imaginary face tentacles.
We have 11? Are you sure it's 11?
It depends. What time of day is it? Like, we've gotten past lunch and probably another 3 by now.
Who's answering that question?
I answered.
I cannot answer it, for I am only the jester.
Then I shall take a leap. I do not serve any council members of either side. Not for a long time. And I rather working with anyone directly connected to them. Seemingly looking towards Nicholas and her visage at the time.
We are all connected, but some of us are connected by threads of intended death.
Who
Stop chewing on the thread.
Just get back in the bag.
Twists his neck. Perhaps. Very well. I shall be on my way now. I wish you luck on whatever task you desire. And begins to walk with the child.
See you in a few millennia.
If we live
Or tomorrow.
Which might be a few millennia from now.
Depending how long it takes for us to get back to where we're going.
As he begins walking down, hunched over, stepping as if it's tedious or harsh on his joints. With the small 12-year-old child next to him, always 2 fingers held by the child. Opening up the door and stepping inside before the door closes.
Well, he seemed nice.
He is nice for what he is. He's mellowed with age.
Really?
You know him?
Used to. Met him once.
When?
Many years ago.
And,
The Destroyer?
No. I mean, a village here and there, but who hasn't?
What? Why? What?
Well,
No, both of you, hands down, bullshit.
Let's go to Sliver Village.
You brought the thing there that blew up the dwarves.
See?
Brought the thing there.
I mean,
And I didn't raise my hand.
I'll put a finger up because there's some semantics of destroying a village that are involved. But
We didn't do the destroying, though.
That is not how it works.
No,
Just
no.
ask the people from the little swamp.
I have a problem with that statement. Look, if there's a pile of gunpowder sitting there and we roll the barrel over and go, look at this beautiful barrel I found, and we set it upright and then light a big fire near it and go, it's time to go walking over there, we'll leave this go, and then it ignites the barrel that we left behind.
We didn't build the fire, though. Someone else built the fire.
We didn't. We started the fire.
no, we didn't start the fire.
It was
always burning.
It's been turning.
Because it's the fucking volcano! Anyways, onward.
Yeah, if I'm gonna mark, you've got to mark, buddy.
Oh my god, I now need the list of world ending calamities because I'm going to do We Didn't Start the Fire.
Well, there's an episode where we cover that. You can
that's
just-
there it is.
what I'm on right now. I gotta
That's a really good
be
episode.
ready for that next week, folks.
Now you guys get an idea of how we're kind of recording these and the time frame they're in.
All right.
Demon Queens, Lizard Dragons.
Sorry, writing down. All right. So, with that,
We didn't start the apocalypse.
It was always burning.
you enter the next chamber.
Me too.
Roll a d8 on whoever wishes to.
rolling. You're rolling.
Okay, Eck opens the door.
Kicks in the door.
We had a 1, a 2,
door is
a
locked.
5,
Somebody let Eck open the door.
2. We already had 2. haven't
We already had 2.
We already had 2.
again.
Roll again.
we? Just roll up to the next one.
6.
6.
Did we have a 6?
No, we had a 5.
We had a 5.
We had a 5, a 1, a 2.
1, 2, 5, 4, 1, 2, 5, and
Do we have
6.
to get to 8?
So
No, we go through 5.
I actually thought he had like different lists, and each one would be different. So our path through it would be different if we actually. Okay.
The rooms physically change around. They're all the same rooms, but they shift around.
So
The doors connected to multiple doors.
Where'd we go?
Okay.
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey, fairy fay.
As soon as you open the door, you see a hallway.
Make a
Pretty
re-
plain and
make a
simple,
reflex
with another door at the end of the chamber, but it is just black abyss. To the left, to the right, and up.
Just stay in the path. Just stay in the path.
About a dozen or so on each side, floating, bobbing mirrors.
Don't
We're
look
talking
at the
about grand.
Oh, great. Me with
10-foot
my
by
22 passive perception, trying to look straight ahead, still seeing what's in every motherfucking mirror.
Okay.
A floating.
Just
grand
cover up the eye.
mirrors.
Just cover up the eye. Just cover
And
up
we're talking
the
about
eye.
like 10 foot by 6 foot
Oh, yeah.
grand mirrors.
No, it was this eye.
Blind
Almost my
sights.
nose with your aim.
I don't think this. Wait,
He's trying to donate a
would I
wisdom
know?
tooth.
Question: does blind sight prevent you from being able to see yourself in a mirror?
Yes.
Good.
How would you like to proceed?
Blind.
In a bag.
In a bag, yes.
with
Carried.
with blinders on.
Problem.
Carried,
Don't look in
Eyes closed,
the
carried.
mirrors.
eyes closed, carried.
I am blind currently.
By. Oh God. All right, you're on me, blind, and I'm closing
Hold my back.
eyes,
Just hold-
blind.
grab
and
my back.
Grab your back, and you.
I can see.
Best of luck.
Close your eyes.
All right.
Get on me.
No,
Close your
no,
eyes.
no.
I got 2 arms,
Bad
man.
plan. Bad plan.
I will
Bad.
grab. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your fucking eyes.
He's a juggernaut. He doesn't even have to roll to pick you up.
I know.
You are encumbered now because you have 2 people.
It's fine.
I weigh
Yeah.
6 pounds.
I'm
3
carrying.
people because he's carrying the fighter,
Favors.
Shadakai, that is
Yeah,
yeah,
unconscious.
yeah.
So he has a lot of people on him.
If I'm your herald, that makes that my major domo.
You're on me,
And you're just holding my back.
and I'm holding onto his back just like this.
Keep the hands on either side of me. Do not leave my side. And I am blind sight walking down the corridor.
We didn't start the fire.
As you guys go, start trying to put that thought
dance.
away.
Don't
No, I didn't.
dance.
I
The
didn't.
bag on your back is going, Princess.
So, Sparks, you do not need to make any checks because you can blindside but not see the mirrors or reflections. You notice hard objects that are reflecting the blindside nature that are certainly bobbing up and down, but you do not see anything that is being reflected back, thanks to your blindside.
Yay!
With that, Quinn, are you closing your eyes?
I'm doing this, so like, nope, not looking in the mirrors, not looking in the mirrors. But I don't want to be blind to the room. Like, I'm not looking in the mirrors, but I'm trying specifically
Make
not.
a general dex check then,
Because they're going to fly in front of
Do I have
you.
advantage?
They're going to fly
No.
in front. They're going to fly in
because
front
you're
of you.
not the one walking.
Dex check, right?
Dex check.
20.
20. You are fine.
Okay.
Especially with a Warforged individual that slightly moves differently with 3
Oh no,
people
he's
on his body.
reflective!
Yeah.
Just
You're in a bag and you can close your
I'm
eyes.
in a bag.
Yeah, you're just hanging on. You are
Closing my eyes, going and humming the tune. We didn't start.
make a dex check.
We
if you will.
shouldn't be here, but we're here anyway. And no, it doesn't rhyme at all, but that's me.
Make a dex check.
All right.
if you fall,
As-
I can't grab you.
Sparks immediately finds out that the place is not exactly stable footing.
I guess I
The
don't.
flooring is cracked, it's broken, slightly uneven, and has a lot of lips to it from one crack to another that just leaves into abyss blackness.
Pick up your
below.
feet. Pick up your feet.
Okay, so I have advantage on things I can see. but
You are
since
not
I have- since I have
You
my eyes
apparently
closed-
see.
since
Pick
I
up
have
your
my
feet.
eyes closed.
You're seeing your eyelids, yeah.
At least you have your eyes open so you can still see. I might have to grab you.
20.
20, you are fine. And
I might have to grab a neck.
Caranet?
By the way, I don't have a great dex, and I rolled a 20.
I know. That's why I might have to drop you.
Mind Flayers, Dwarven Towers, Shadowfell with missing hours.
As you about 100 feet in of this 200 plus feet chamber. Floating mirrors, pathways, and abyss below, closing your eyes and moving with blind sight or by guidance of Sparks alone. Sparks being the main pusher of sight. Sparks, through your blind sight, that you recognize Aeronath, this thin Shalakai individual, now with a whip and cloth, currently just walking next to you, turns around, doesn't seem bothered or blinded.
Wow.
Seem to be looking towards you and the rest and how you guys are functioning, goes, I did not expect you to have such capabilities, Metal Man.
I'm here to serve my mistress.
Good. I like that.
I'm just
And then you hear another voice. A voice that you can't... Well, you know it's coming from your left side. But it's coming from one of those hard surfaces. A mirror. But like... Dum, 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 dum. Hey, let me out! My name is Blumen, please! I was placed here at McCann's. Just break the mirror. Just break the mirror, please! Don't leave me here, please! Please don't leave me here! Please.
We didn't start the fire!
I can show you the realm. Dark and brooding and black.
Another voice. Hey! I know you can hear me! I know you can hear me! Just open your eyes! Come on, we're prisoners and we've been placed against our will! Come on, I didn't even mean it! I just ate some food! I want to see my fire ray! Come on!
And this is why we don't eat in the Fae.
Followed by another voice.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Followed by... Can... Please? Of a young female child. I don't know where I am, please. Shit. Please.
Hey,
Tell me, princess, now what did you last
If you're about to try and convince us, I'm going to literally kick you into this abyss.
hey, Venick.
What a best.
Is this the...
Guys, what's going on out there?
Don't look down.
You're starting
Don't
to...
look at all. Don't look at all.
Venick,
What?
does this, match one of your room notes about, the ulterior...
Pick up your feet.
I'm in a sack. What do you want? I can't see a goddamn thing.
And that's a good
This is
thing.
not my idea.
Cast light for motherfucker.
Don't!
Jesus.
No!
The bag lights up.
Now that you can see it.
And you're immediately blinded. So the light goes up and you're... As your eyes are immediately just white, pitch black, blinding lights.
White's pitch black.
I can open your eyes, show you murder and mayhem.
Make a wisdom saving throw, being the only one that hasn't closed his eyes.
Oh, no.
I'm holding him, though.
23.
23. As you
That's
guys are
good.
passing by with the various
I'm liking this
entities
guy.
screaming into oblivion, trying to ask for mercy, and a child slowly cried, teared, weeping, holding it in the best as it can. You reach the other door.
I kick it in. Just because my hands are completely taken, so it's kick.
Make us roll a d8.
Or you could, set me down and use your hand, but whatever.
Got cocked. 7.
7.
Not much of a kicker. Not much of a kicker.
Oh, that was a D8.
Okay. I thought you said a D20.
But finally,
Then Nick was next.
before your
Imagine
destination,
the enemy, I'm hurting spot.
you're all still blinded, but
Down.
you know there's a room ahead of you. This one's similar in its cracked nature. Definitely a ceiling part has collapsed inward based off of your blind sight by itself. There are statues, armored figures at the center, and 6 points around you over this circular room. But that's all the detail you would get
I
with
step
blind
in.
sight.
And I close the door. And I open. Okay.
Oh,
Quinn,
I hop down as soon as we
open. Good, good.
You door close and I hop down and look around.
The door closing with the echoes of the merciful people trying to gain your attention. The last people they've seen in a very long time.
Sucks to suck.
The door closes.
I'm assuming that we would just switch.
Oh, that was painful. That was painful.
It was either them or us.
No, but it's always about everyone else, not just us. How can you say that it was them or us?
We
I
can't
look around
do
the
what we're-
room.
We can't
You
perform
find yourself in a
our
circular
job
chamber, dimly lit,
to fix what we've done.
brightly lit for you,
If we were to
even
switch
with your
places.
dark sight. There are 6 armored figure, orcish design, heavily armored, that are armor racks as far as you can tell, but have complete armor and shielding that are standing in attention, semi-buried, maintained in this very neglected room that used to have murals and stone artistry into the actual walls themselves, but have crumbled and deteriorated as time has ravished this place, even though time does not ravish people here. Strange indeed, with a singular statue, orcish, mighty tall 7.5-foot tall entity, barrel-chested, rippling muscle statue, holding a vicious black blade great sword down on the statue that seems to emanate with shadow intent.
Door?
There is writing at the base of the statue, now seeing corpses, bones, dried husk of various entities around the circle of this statue.
So after the third fireball goes off, remember, Plan B is twice as many fireballs as Plan A.
After 3, throw 6. If 6 doesn't work, throw everything else. If
I didn't ask how
again,
big the room was. I said I cast fireball.
If that then does not work,
I've done that in
Throw
previous
the
There are
campaigns.
2 doors to this chamber. One of them a gated area, a heavy gated,
Like portcullis.
yes, and another one a normal, semi-normal door. You look towards Aranat, and he again does that meditation thing, and it goes towards, straight across, towards the portcullis.
Only easy day was yesterday. Off we go.
Who wants to read the statue?
no.
You're the only one who speaks Sylvan.
So what is it saying? What is it saying? Hey,
Oh,
You know,
he has a good accent. He doesn't speak it.
And you can read it from a distance.
Yeah.
It's big written and stuff like that.
It's Sylvan.
It's not Sylvan.
It's hippie.
oh, it's hippie?
Yeah.
What languages do you read?
Lots. Celestial, Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Giant, and Sylvan.
You do not read this language, whatever language that you can see.
Does anyone
You
know
can make
Orcish?
an intelligence check to see what it is.
Okay.
I look at it and go, is it Aquan?
What do you read?
Aquan and Dwarvish?
Hooray!
Aquan, Dwarvish, and,
That's all
and
they
Common.
I'd recognize that anywhere.
Don't you read one other thing?
I think I do.
Do you read Orcish?
Hold on.
Does anyone know Orcish?
I mean, only the swear words, but that's
Aquacommon
90%
orc.
Orcish anyway.
Thieves can't.
It's Orcish.
Hey!
What? I recognize this. Hold it. Hold it back. Back off.
wait.
I got this. I got this.
Ek is the only one who can read this. Oh god.
Wait a minute,
I can read.
can I read?
I'm about ready to pull a strap and drop your ass. I can pull the ejection cord. I can
What
pull
do
the
you
ejection
think's
cord
gonna
right
happen?
here. All I gotta do is just go
That's
pull
the
it.
plan. You pull the ejection cord, the kobold pops out and starts throwing fireball. That was plan B.
All set from the package area, so it's all muffled.
If I make contact with him, can I read it?
Yes, you can.
I want to steal his thunder.
So that means you have to touch me.
No,
No.
it doesn't. It means
Yes,
that's
make eye
So
contact.
as soon as
alright.
you're like, wait, I can read this. Nicholas turns around, looks at you, looks at your eyes, and then looks over and starts immediately reading
in Orcish.
in Orcish. King Grukag,
My
the
name is
vengeful,
Ozymandias.
Spiked Fist of Ulko.
Okay.
So King Grukag, Grukag.
Where's Orc?
It's Orc. The Vengeful, Spiked Fist of Ulko. Ulko. Do you read this out loud?
You said spike fist?
Spike Fist, yes. Spike Fist.
Okay. How often does reading Orcish result in magical spells going off?
I mean, orcs can cast explosive runes as well as anybody else.
Not once in recorded history.
Well, there's.
I automatically don't believe you. Like, in such a... You could be the most truthful you've ever been, but I've watched you fuck with all that. So... And I've known you were lying a couple of times, so I'm like, I don't trust...
Grukag?
Yes?
Roll a history check.
Why not?
You're old enough. You
There
can
is
do
still
that.
the challenge of beating with deception check.
Yeah, but I inherently am distrustful.
25.
25. So, you were there 1,100 years ago.
It was there.
Getting a falafel.
I remember.
Wow! No context whatsoever. Funny as shit.
There's some massive battle going on.
I'll let you with this.
Which is even funnier because it's the downfall of the Orcan kingdom. Not the word, Orcish, sorry. It was an Orcish empire.
He's just sitting there munching on the falafel.
This was the last king of this Orcish empire.
Hey, he's an Orcish king.
And you know, being
They're terrible.
trying to be there.
Well, apparently, what I know is not very special.
Stop reading through. Sorry, I'm just going to read through this real quick. The kingdom fell, and specifically, you remember that, the reason why it was called Spike Fist, because that is actually an Orcish term, especially with the languages and the nuances of language and what it means behind for like certain slangs and saying.
It means kebab.
What?
It means kebab.
No, it is a specific term meant for someone in power that is so ruthlessly overbearing that anyone that would hear the name would know to obey or run.
Oh, that's like taser face.
Because it strikes fear to anyone who hears it.
This.
I'm sorry.
I fucking hate you.
So
I swear at the end of this day, the statue's going to stab you in the heart.
I now want an arrow that goes where I whistle for it.
This kingdom fell to infighting over 1,100 years ago. The legend of this ruthless might of Gruko brought about the death of the entire political structure of his own kingdom after a brutal betrayal by his own battle.
Yeah, it was kind of the last great orc kingdom, actually, come to think of it.
Yeah, it really is.
Which all started
Before
over
the
again
calamities
with
of
Monopoly.
the gods leaving, yeah. Now, Battle Brother, again, is another nuance in Orcish. Battle Brother is a symbol of deep trust that only socially goes to those that you have fought and gone to the brink of death with. And then there's 25 DC. You also know that the Raven Queen, upon the destruction and collecting of a massively dark relic, was brought to the Raven Palace itself, here, with this blade of vengeance.
Yeah,
A blade of vengeance so powerful, so infused with raw Orcish might and willpower, that it even scared the gods themselves.
So yeah, he was sort of the last great Orcish empire. He got, when he died, there was a great big artifact blade that he was supposed to be buried with. You guys don't see anything like that, do you? I'm sorry. Eck, clear your throat. I didn't hear it. What?
From the center of the statue,
I do not die on turns. I will not die. It's a real pretty
Was that in Orcish?
yes.
I translate.
So,
Wait,
Wait.
are you saying he's here?
I mean, the statue's talking.
You don't need to.
Stone
you don't need to translate for me. I
encrusted,
got it.
molded, and time ruined of
take 2 sets
a
back.
full plate armored individual with 100 battles scarring his plating. The Raven Queen tries to take my soul before it was rightfully buried by someone's blade. As long as I hold this blade of my kin,
Yeah, that guy became a hero, by the way. Like, they still sing songs about him.
rightfully so.
Yeah, but they're terrible songs.
So,
The meter is all off. They've got key changes in the middle.
It's all the Eagles versions.
And
The live
with
one.
you entering here,
No, I didn't hear.
the Raven
Pocket
sends
Elevator
you
rendition.
to try to kill me.
sort out. Okay.
Let's see if you end my
I
legend.
open the bag.
Take my
In the
blade!
bag, take the cobalt.
Yeah, he's yelling. I open the bag and take the cobalt.
And with that, well, as you
Pocket
pull out,
pocket sand.
pocket cobalt. As cobalt immediately pulled out, and you know what that means.
It means it's fireball time.
We're gonna end tonight's session as he gives out like, "For the honor of me!" All 6 armors. Oh shit! Start stepping out of the corridors around this entity as a bellow of might and shadow, and an echo from the blade of vengeance, and strike you to your core. But we're gonna end tonight's session there. I hope you enjoyed today's
This is gonna be a
session.
fun
I hope
fight.
you enjoyed today's session.
I use prestidigitation to unshit my pants.
But until then,
What about you?
we'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on rolling. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Is that the one where you?